I was driving myself home at 12 something. It was a very familiar route to me. I fetched my friend back to her house, and from her house to my house, actually we will pass back, I will pass a cemetery. So I felt my car suddenly being very heavy. After I passed back the cemetery, I saw from the rearview mirror 3 women sitting at the back of my car. It was very, very scary.
Hey. Welcome back. My name is Fairil.
I'm Moe.
To another episode of
Naik Bulu Tales,
where we tell ghost stories, or more so, people's ghost stories.
Yeah.
Well, people come and tell ghost stories.
Yeah, it's the whole thing about, you balik kampong and your families gather around, and when
or you're going camping and you're just telling these stories to freak yourselves out or ourselves out.
Yeah. That's what we're trying to bring back, the campfire style of.
Yeah, and before we proceed, we just wanted to say, please subscribe, comment, like a video so we can get on with growing our channel.
Yeah, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there.
And thanks very much to everybody who has been supporting.
Yeah,
we're very appreciative of it. And anything weird happened to you lately? Nothing?
Weird?
No, nothing?
Aside from...
No, nothing supernatural-ish?
Here?
No.
Aside from here?
I'm just instigating.
Actually, that's a good question. Actually, nothing comes to mind. How about you?
Nah. Maybe a couple of weird dreams, but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to hear about that later.
Yeah. Anyway, today's guest, Mo.
Yes, we have a very, very...
Oh, wait. Before we get into that, let's recap a bit.
Recap?
Yeah, a little quick recap. For those, maybe the new ones that come in to watch.
Yes, for those who are
What's
new.
Naik Bulu Tales all about?
Yes, so Naik Bulu Tales, it's basically what it is. Goosebumps or hair raising. That's what it means in what it means in English. We were very inspired by the 90s horror anthology series called Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, so where there was very dramatized stories though, but very freaky, very like things that you after you watch it stays with you. You can't sleep for a while.
And we started off with IG Live.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, and now we're continuing it with podcasts.
Yes. Which I'm enjoying these nights,
No, yeah. Until you guys leave, you guys enjoy until you leave. I'm here alone because we're shooting here.
All alone.
Anyway.
Yes, we have a very special guest. Somebody in the industry.
She just got married.
She just got married.
Congratulations.
Yes, congrats. Yes, we were very privileged to have, if we needed like a makeup artist. And I think last year we had a project, we had a job, and she provided two great makeup artists.
So if you guys, we'll put up her socials if you guys want to get in touch with her. Feel free. Anyway, so
without further ado, this is Christine.
Welcome, Christine.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Christine.
Yeah. So your camera is here, Christine, by the way, if you want to talk to her.
All right.
Thanks for being on here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
for taking the time to come here and share your spooky little stories.
Spooky.
But how you been?
I'm great.
Yeah, congratulations, like we said just now.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm also 5 months pregnant.
Ooh,
wow.
Congrats
Double
to that.
whammy. Congratulations.
Double congrats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I'm a talent manager and also an event organizer. And what I do is I supply models, I supply actors, I supply any manpower that you need in the production or the marketing or the entertainment industry.
Nice.
As well as I own my own NGO called Pertubuhan Belia Creative, where we are an organization for creative youth. So we hope to gather youth around and set a new standard, and also to bring more exposure to the creative industry of Malaysia.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Good luck with that. In a good way.
No. I think maybe you're tired.
Definitely with you guys having been in the industry, I'm pretty sure Malaysia is going to grow to a new standard and new heights.
Well, we appreciate that. Well, hopefully, knock on wood.
Yeah, you're like you're a pioneer. It sounds like you're just doing, the jack of all trades,
the next
a Jane of all trades. Yeah.
Nah, I'm still kitschy, Mel. I'm 22. I still got a lot of seniors.
I know. It's good. It's good to keep learning. Actually, no matter how old you get, always keep learning.
So now we want to learn more about your story that you want to share with us.
Oh,
so you got a
story.
Yeah. So why don't you? The floor is yours.
Right. So recap back into when I was 15.
Why?
So when I was 15, I wasn't studying due to depression. So I was taking quite some bit of medication, and it was a bit of anxiety back then. And I was staying in my grandmother's fruit store, where it has a case like that room used to be lived by another uncle, and that
Right.
uncle passed away inside that room.
Oh, is it? You should say food store or fruit store?
Fruit store.
okay.
Yeah. So it was like a shop house. So bottom floor, the ground floor is for selling and retail, and the upper floors are the residentials.
Okay.
So I was living on the first floor. So I didn't put too much thought into it because I'm Christian, and Christian normally doesn't believe in spiritual realms or ghosts or hantus lah. So when the uncle passed away, we just paid our respect as just a respect lah. So after being in that room for about 1 year, then one night I was sleeping alone. I just suddenly feel like there was something on my chest. I couldn't wake up. It was like what we call that.
Sleep paralysis.
Yes, correct.
Kena hempak.
Humpak.
Yeah, and then I was screaming internally. I don't think anybody can hear me. It was 3 a.m. what we call the witching hour. Correct. So I tried my best to get off from the sleep paralysis. It felt like a good 1 to 2 hours lah, but I don't think it's that long. It was really suffocating. So when I woke up, I went to my grandma's place, which is like the room is over the left side and my grandma's place is at the right side. So I went to my grandma's place. I grabbed the dog. I had a dog called Coco. So I was thinking like, you know how Chinese have this belief that dog is to scare away spirits, right? So I bring the dog into my room.
Good move.
All right, to protect myself lah, because I was terrified. My parents were not there. My dad and mom was having a dinner with their friends.
Okay.
Don't know why at midnight still makan dinner. But I went back in. I go back to sleep lah. I felt another sleep paralysis, you know.
Really?
Yes. So I feel like, wow, how am I supposed to wake up? Then in the sleep paralysis, I felt something beside me moving.
Oh, moving like how? Like
just
you just felt the bed move.
macam like I got another person there.
Right, yeah.
There's another thing next to me, and it was not touching me, it's just next to me. And it felt very, very surreal, and I started hearing the dog barking beside me, you know, into one corner. I cannot see, but I was in a sleep paralysis mood there. Then I forced myself to wake up, and by that time I wake up, it was already 5 a.m. So it was like a 3 a.m. I felt the sleep paralysis, and I took the dog. I went back to sleep at 3:30. Then I felt the whole dream and the paralysis again until 5 a.m. when my parents heard the dog barking like non-stop, right?
Wow.
So my parents came back at 5 a.m.
Wow. Happening parents.
Very happening parents. They sure know how to enjoy.
They came back at 5?
Yeah, they came back at 5. And they opened the door and saw the dog. And the dog was like barking at one corner. But during that sleep paralysis, this was like a dream moment, right? I saw like there was one black shadow at the corner of the room. So it was like suddenly there was something beside me. Then suddenly there was a shadow in the corner of my room. Then suddenly it was something beside my bed again. And then suddenly there was a shadow in the corner of the room where the dog is barking.
Right.
So it felt very
Was the dog barking
heavy
towards that corner?
Yeah, the dog was barking towards that corner. Yeah.
Damn. I mean, Coco couldn't help you getting sleep paralysis.
I mean, it is a small poodle.
right. But at least it
tried.
let you know that it's there.
Yeah.
It was like alarm clock. So when your parents came in the room, they came. You said they came.
Yeah, they came into my room.
So you were able to move when they came in.
Yes, correct.
Right.
They woke me up lah. And then the room was bright again because I closed my light when I sleep. Then I
Okay,
turned it
so
on.
when did you feel that this thing was on top of you, like making you not move? Like, what could you? Because we've heard before, people can just open their eyes and move their eyes and not their body.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what happened to you.
it. But I don't necessarily feel like there's something on top of me.
Okay.
But I cannot feel my body moving. There was not a spirit or anything that was on top of me.
Right.
So I'm just stiff.
Just couldn't move.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just gonna move.
That is scary. That is a
Yes,
very
it's heavy.
yeah.
Yeah, but that was like because back then I was still seeing the psychologist. So my psychologist was just saying maybe it's a stress or anxiety factor that
Possible.
caused this. Might not be supernatural.
I
But
mean,
there was continuous after this lah, where my grandmother is very terrified with ghosts. My parents, on the other hand, they don't believe in ghosts. So my grandmother just decided to went and call Buddhist people to chase away the spirits lah.
Yeah.
And then there was another side of the story where people, my grand aunt is a heavy Christian, so she got very offended when the religion clashes.
right. Okay.
Okay.
So my grandma, I mean, her intention was to do well for me. So she invited the Buddhist people to chase away the spirit.
right.
Then my grand aunt kind of had a fight with her because of me and the sleep paralysis story.
Your grand aunt is a staunch Christian.
Yeah.
This ghost, huh? Create trouble only.
Yeah, and then my grand aunt invited the pastor to spray holy water. Then actually, whatever they do, I don't dare to sleep back in the room for the next 6 months. So after the next 6 months, I went back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes these entities, they target you when you're at your lowest. You know, you're going through depression, and this is the time to like, I can bother her, or I can attack her.
Did your grandma ever see anything? Did she ever say?
No.
She didn't say.
But my grandma does have a few ghost stories that she's afraid.
Right.
She has experienced herself lah.
Okay, just to recap. So the first time you had sleep paralysis, you felt somebody was next to you.
Yes.
The second time you saw a shadow.
Yes.
But this is after you could move? You saw the shadow? Or while you...
I was still in the sleep paralysis.
so where was the shadow? Like,
it was like, imagine my room, and then my bed is facing the window.
Okay.
So it was in the corner.
You could see something.
Yeah, I could see something.
Because she said the dog was barking
The
in the
dog
corner.
is
Right, correct.
sleeping beside me.
Yes.
He was sleeping soundly. I make sure that the dog was sleeping soundly before I sleep. So it was like cuddled in.
Okay.
And suddenly it just stand up and then
To your best recollection, what did this shadow look like? Like
it was just black.
just like there was a figure though,
Yeah, it was a figure.
like a humanoid figure, or was it? Oh,
it was a
like,
humanoid figure with
like you can-
black shadow and smoke coming out. I don't know.
Smoke?
It is because I'm looking at too much VFX or CGI going
There
on.
was smoke coming out. Wow.
It was not like smoke, but the
Right.
aura
It was
is.
like
Yeah.
that.
Feels-
very smoke.
It feels very heavy, and there's like resentment towards that entity.
Oh, it could be a jinn, you know.
Could be
Possible.
Could
Huh?
be the uncle before that was. That died
Maybe.
in the room, right?
Could you see like legs and hands, arms?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I could see
But
that.
they were in a smoke form.
Yeah. I could not see any features, but
Right,
it was
right.
it was a shadow lah.
That is.
You did you feel that the shadow was harming you, or was it?
It was not harming, but I feel like it was telling me that he has a lot of things that he didn't do.
So you felt like you were communicating with
Yeah, he is trying to like tell me that he's quite resentful that he didn't live his life to the
Interesting.
fullest.
Wow. Yeah.
it. So you kind of had like a telepathic communication.
Oh, this spirit
feeling.
the spirit has regrets.
Yeah. The feeling of the spirits having regrets, it's very heavy.
And it's interesting. I felt that it chose you to present itself and share his or her regrets.
I mean, I guess if we were trying to rationalize it, you know, when she was in that state of mind at that point in time, right? You were like feeling down and depressed, like you said, lah, right? And that's probably the only time that thing could actually
Present himself.
present
right?
himself, right? Because if she was too strong
Yeah.
and the thing tried to present itself, she might be like, whatever lah, you know.
So that you were 15 then.
Yeah.
Now you're 22.
Yes.
7 years. Anything happened between then and now? Like this again?
In the room, no.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
This is your family's parents' place.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. In that room, no. But I
Right.
do have another story though.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, please.
Right. So remember there was this one time where Malaysia's banjir was very, very terrible, like 2 years ago. ICT was very banjir. Klang was very banjir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everywhere was very banjir.
Yeah.
And there was a
Flood
lot
everywhere.
of cars being submerged in water
Yep.
and a lot of lives being taken away without knowing that that was supposed to be their last day. So I figured there's a lot of wandering spirit, and just so happened that year is the year where it clashes with my miscarriage.
Oh.
So I was
Right, 2
I
years
had a
ago.
miscarriage that year. The banjir also just so happened somewhere near there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I was driving myself home at 12 something. It was a very familiar road to me. I fetched my friend back to her house, and from her house to my house, actually, we will pass back. I will pass a cemetery. That cemetery, I every day pass by one.
Yeah.
And just so happened on that day, I was driving a Yaris. I have to be specific. Why Yaris? Because now I'm driving an MPV. It's gonna be way scarier if it's an MPV. But
Right,
yeah, Yaris. And I was alone after I fetched my friend back home. So I felt my car suddenly being very heavy after I passed back the cemetery. I saw from the rear view mirror 3 women sitting at the back of my car. It was very, very scary. It's also somehow like shadow-like, but this time I can see it's a woman.
Right.
It's 3 women.
3 women. Oh wow.
And then
But
I was,
like a figure, not. Did you see the face, or just there's still like just a little bit of features?
there's a little bit of feature, but I cannot recollect.
Yeah.
It's obvious, but I don't want to.
I get
don't
you.
want to
Yeah.
see it lah.
yeah.
Yeah. So at that moment, I can feel my bulu. Memang naik bulu lah. Memang naik bulu. So I started calling my back then punya boyfriend. And I talk about like
Random stuff.
random stuff. Yeah. To
Get your mind off it.
yes,
Right.
correct. But it followed me all the way back home,
Wow.
Until I park my car, they are still at the back of my car.
Oh my
back
goodness.
at the back seat. So it was very, very scary experience. And when I went down the car, because my house is like, my brother is forever holy and he is praying on top. So he's in his room doing the prayer thing with our family. So it's like my house got like some border protection
Yeah.
thing, religion stuff lah. I saw the 3 women standing outside my house, not following me in.
Wow. Wow.
An imagery I just can't get out
Yeah.
of my head.
Wow. So, wow. So when you saw them standing there, you were already in the house,
Yes.
and you just turn around. Is this a condo house, or is it like a landed?
No, it's a landed house.
Alright.
So it's a landed house with gates,
Yeah.
and then I have 2 gates lah. One gate is the outer gate and the inner gate. So I went into the inner gate. I can see from the window there was 3 figures outside, and they couldn't come in lah.
Would they all look the same? Did they dress the same? Long hair, black kind of thing? The usual trope.
Yeah,
You saw that,
that thing.
white with wearing something
Okay,
white.
maybe not white lah. I see black lah.
You see black. Now,
Wow.
sorry,
But I can feel
this?
like they are wandering spirits.
Yeah, they tumpang when you pass the graveyard.
Yeah, they tumpang lah. They are
yeah,
probably finding their way back home also.
like, hey, I like this girl.
Yeah.
But this is right before you miscarriage or after?
After.
Right, so that's why you have
Yeah.
a third eye now.
Yeah.
You think that's why, right?
I think that's why, because there's a Chinese saying that whenever woman period during because Chinese we have a culture called qingming. So qingming is like we go and pay respect back to our elderlies, our
Yes,
ancestors.
yes, right.
So during that time we need to clean their cemetery and their
Right.
tomb. So if girls are having their periods during that time, we have something called yin and yang, yin qi and yang qi ma. So during normal times, man normally has more yang qi, which are the more positive qi. So women, when they are in their period moment or they are bleeding or such things, or they are down period, we are more towards the yin qi.
Kimchi.
Woman is more colder, like We have less warmth compared to male.
No surprise there.
Not a surprise there. All right. So there is some culture in Christian black Chinese family that if the female in their family has periods, they are not allowed to go to this 清明节 ceremony. Yeah. So they prevent the woman to have somebody follow them back.
So the period would protect them.
No, the period will harm them.
Harm them.
In the sense
they
that,
would follow them.
Yeah. So when we have period, our body is weaker.
Yeah, so vulnerable state.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when we are weaker, our yin chi is stronger, which will attract the spirits.
Got it.
Yes. So during miscarriage, you bleed a lot. Correct. So that's the state lah.
It's the same thing in Islam, right? When a woman has a period, she cannot enter a mosque. She cannot pray. She cannot pray. Yes, correct. Just for those few days. But this is new. This inchi thing.
Yes, correct.
Wow. Okay.
There's another saying one. The eyebrow thicker, your yang chi will grow stronger. If your eyebrow don't have bulu, right, then your yin chi is stronger. So a lot of women or men, they want to do embroidery, kasi thicken the eyebrow. This is just to lighten the mood lah.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's the belief lah.
Yeah, correct. We call this the 面相学问. 面相 meaning facial study.
Yeah.
So your facial features represent you whether on or not on lah.
Wow.
Also got this saying one.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you do, man, if you suddenly drive and then there are 3 chicks in the back?
Well, I'll make sure I don't have my period. That's one thing. No,
It's freaky.
I wouldn't. I think you might be braver than us put together. I mean, if we saw that, I would.
Shit your pants.
Wow, I don't. Like, I wouldn't stop the car. Or what? Stop when I have to?
Well, I don't think I would stop a car in the middle of a cemetery. I probably would have driven.
Because you drove past the cemetery.
I drove past. I didn't stop, man.
No, I know. I'm saying I wouldn't.
You wouldn't. Yeah,
I mean,
you would still drive past.
Yeah,
Oh, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would still drive, right? Because you saw them in the cemetery, right? Not after.
No, I saw them. I drove past the cemetery. Then I saw they tumpang my car.
I thought you were driving in the middle of the cemetery and then they suddenly tumpang. That's what I thought.
No, you were passing.
I was passing by, yes.
And then it got heavy.
Yeah.
Then you saw in the rear mirror the 3 of them.
I was like, why is it so hard to drive my car? My tire punctured ke apa Oh no, it wasn't.
I find that it's really interesting. Why would spirits have weight? You know what I mean? Unless the energy is heavy. Then I understand. Yeah. Okay.
But it's interesting that because for us, when we did our stupid ghost hunting back then, right?
Ghost hunting.
Yeah, we did those silly things
Cari
like that.
pasal.
Cari pasal things. But we would usually, before we go back home, we would usually like stop by the mama so that we kind of let the energy go.
Yeah, we don't go home immediately. We stop somewhere first.
So you would
Because the ane will scream and scold.
gave them more business. More people came.
wow.
But okay, so when you entered the house and you still saw them outside your window, how long did that happen? Just that night? They stayed?
Just that night.
Oh, that's it. The next morning you didn't see them
I
anymore.
didn't.
But how many times did you look out the window to see them?
I didn't look out
You didn't
much.
after that?
I just looked out once and
5
then
minutes
just
later.
I actually would look again. You there? Still there? Wow.
Did you tell your parents or your brother or anything like that?
No, I told my dad punya ex-boyfriend lah.
You then ex-boyfriend, yeah. Did he believe you?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Good. Good.
Wow.
Well, he got you pregnant. He better believe you. You know what I mean?
Wow. That's
3.
3 of them, some more.
3, yeah. When I think of 3 spiritual ladies, I always think of the Sisters of Fate.
Right.
In Greek mythology.
Oh, I see.
Sisters of Fate.
They all came in a package.
Yeah. Like things come in 3. Then that's a saying, right? Things come, I can't believe those 3. And you didn't have any. Did you feel anything? Do you think they were malevolent? Did you feel like they were gonna harm you?
I don't feel like they are gonna harm me.
Yeah. Okay.
I just feel like there's something that is supernatural, but same thing. I feel much more wandering spirits and resentment spirits.
Right.
Rather than harmful or evil spirits.
Right. Actually, I'm curious. From the time they tumpang and you saw in the river mirror, how long did it take to get to your house?
10 minutes.
That was a long
10
time.
minutes. That's long as
That was a
10 minutes.
scary as 10 minutes.
Oh, and the back.
That's so crazy.
What did you do? Did you put music on?
Yeah, I did. I blast music.
That's exactly
And
what
I
I
was
do.
putting someone on call,
Dude,
right?
can you imagine? That's freaky as hell. You see 3 women in the back.
You know, sometimes when I feel like when you're driving alone at night and you just kind of feel like, ooh, something's a bit uneasy, right? I usually put my windows down, all my windows down.
Oh.
And I let the fresh air like go through the windows.
Right.
Because I feel like if there is anything inside, it would just fly out.
I see the image.
That's my logic, you know?
No, I have fear that it might be outside instead.
Oh, right. Wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Did you smell anything? Because
Oh, no, I
usually
don't.
you smell, when spirits are nearby, you smell something.
Oh, no.
Nothing, huh? Nothing. Okay, only the car was heavy. You didn't smell anything.
Okay, well, if you guys ever had 3 girls in the back of your car, but do not know who they are,
That's red flags.
It's
You
red
pick up 3 girls from the club. We don't know who they are. Yeah, I don't think.
but if you guys have any similar experiences while you were driving, actually, because a lot of people talk about experiences while they're driving, let us know in the comments.
Ooh, we should have like a drive-through segment. We just get people that
excuse me,
driving ghost stories.
Yeah, but thank you so much for
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you so
for
much.
telling us your stories and just keep creeping us out. Yeah.
I think you really did creep us out. I think it's the subtle imagery that you described to us. It's like we wouldn't know what we do in that position. Even though he has gone through the same the sleep paralysis, he's gone through that.
Yeah.
The imagery was scary.
The what?
The
imagery.
imagery
Oh, right,
plus
right,
the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
can
course.
imagine.
Yeah.
It just lacks BGM, you know, at that moment.
What's BG?
Background music.
Background.
I think he's.
All these acronyms.
I mean, this is in production.
Do you ever say BGM? I've never heard you say BGM once.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
But when people say
exactly.
BGM, I'm like, I get it. I know what? Maybe because Jackie's young and he also says it. BGM.
Right.
So maybe it's a young thing. Alamak, we're so uncle.
We're so uncle.
But at least I know.
Anyway,
right,
thanks guys for joining us in this episode of Naik Bulu Tales with Christine. If you guys want to follow her, if you guys need talents, events, or whatever, hit up Christine on her socials. We'll put it up here next to her. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like. My name is Fairil.
I'm Moe.
I'm Christine.
And this is Naik
Bulu
Tales. Peace out, guys.